Hello everybody, this is Kathy and welcome to my channel. This video is for Mixed Media Frenzy and I put up the sketch in the top left hand corner. So what I'm doing is applying Lindy's Cotton Candy Pink. I already gessoed my background and that is why the spray is pooling up. And I'm able to swish it back and forth. So in between each layer, I stop and I dry. Now I'm using some Heidi Swapp Tea Color Shine. I wanted to bring in a little bit of brown. And this is the only brown that I have besides my ink pads. So just a subtle little bit of the brown brought out the photo that I'm using. This is of my daughter Amanda and her daughter Briley. And Amanda's wearing like a tiger print black and brown sweater. And Briley is wearing pink. So I thought the combination of both would help bring out the photo. Now I am using my Prima paper that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I've had it in my stash for years and I got to looking through my paper and realized that Prima has brown and pink. So I wanted a piece of paper to mount my paper. Now, I had a couple scraps, and then there's a cut-apart sheet in the paper pad that I used, and I used my scissors to distress it. Now I'm bringing in some brown flowers and pink flowers, and I'm just kind of tossing them on my layout just to kind of see if that's what I want. So now I'm trying to decide which of the brown flowers and the khaki color flowers I want to use. Now that one's pretty thick, but I do go ahead and use that one, but I don't use that khaki color one. It's just kind of too big. I just don't want to take away from the photo. So in the sketch, it shows where they have some modeling paste and circles. And so I got out my Vicki Boutin stencil, and now I am using Heidi Swapp. And this is kind of like a grayish brown kind of tan like. So I really like the pop of that color on this layout. You can kind of barely see it. So I put that on the left side and up at the top. And I think I put some on the bottom too, but it ends up getting covered up. But that's okay. That's what mixed media is for. I love the amount of mixed media that I did on my layout. I think it just was just enough that it shows through. Now here I am using my scissors. I do have a distress tool, but I cannot find it anywhere. I need to finish going through my supplies, and I need to do a couple videos of what I'm getting rid of. I haven't forgotten about it. I just haven't really had time. So I need to really go through my stash and look for my distress tool. So I am using my Close to My Heart stamps. And I had a one with dots on it, and it's a square. And then I'm using this flower. It's in like a flower stamp. And I'm just kind of putting it across on the side. And now this is like a dotted line. And I am using espresso ink from Close to My Heart. So I love how my embellishment blend in with my stamping. It's hard for me to stamp on a mixed media background because I just don't know where to put it, but the papers that I have kind of covered up some of it, and I really like the outcome of it. So this was a piece of scrap in my stash. I just need to cut it down a little bit, so I'm going to tuck that here on the right and then start gluing down my paper. Now this postcard was a Leica Project 3x4 card that I cut from one of the papers in the Prima collection. So now I decided not to pop dot it, only because there's a lot of the distressing made it look distressed looking, so had my photo kind of crooked. Alright, so then I have this scrap I'm just going to tuck in on the left. Alright, so now I'm fiddling with the flowers. I do end up taking that big one across. There was a 3x4 card that had butterflies on it. I did fussy cut those. Believe it or not, I don't enjoy fussy cutting, but I do it just so that it'll add some detail to my layout. Now I went with one of the smaller cream colored flowers, and I like that a lot better. So now I'm just going to scatter the pink little flowers around, decide where I want that butterfly, and I kind of like that. So I stopped the camera and I glue all that down. Now I'm gluing the other butterflies that I had fussy cut out and scattered them around. Now I do get out some gold thickers, and they're from American Craft. And I put Love You as my title, and I put that over on the left side, but then first I tucked in some pink thread. Wanted to bring a little bit of texture to my page. Now I'm just gluing that down, and I like that. And then this is where I decide to get out my thickers, and I do glue that down because of the background. It kind of blends right in with the layout. It was having a hard time sticking. I don't know. So, Mixed Media Frenzy, please go check out the other girls and see what they're up to, how they interpret the sketch. And so there's Krista, Ronnie, Kathy, Dolly, and Scrappy Sisters. And yeah, go see how they did this sketch. I love all their layouts, and each one of us have our own design. And yeah, so we each do different types of layout, but using the same sketch. So please go check out their videos and give them some love. And now I am adding some enamel dots scattered around my page, and that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.